Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sam Mongai. Thank you for the various inquiries that you have been making. Today we have an interesting episode and I want to share the question that was asked by one of our students. The question is, what are some of the essential communication skills that a student needs to possess in order to be successful in the industry? Now, I want to begin by telling us that this channel is here to inspire students, both at diploma level, certificate level, or undergraduate, those who are specifically doing communication, but today's skills cut across the industry. You don't have to be a communication student to benefit from these skills, but they are essential and they are used across the globe. So I'll go straight into them and mention the 5 of them. The first one is written skills. Now, over and above the formal skills that you will learn in school, you need to learn effective written skills to write short, concise texts that communicate your thoughts, especially if you're selling a product or a service. Let me illustrate further. If you're on TikTok and you're selling a service or a product, you need to be able to have short, concise texts that communicate to your target audience exactly what you want them to do. Do you want them to test the product? Do you want them to eat the product? Do you want them to buy the product? Or are you creating awareness that such a product or service exists? That's where we are talking about written skills. Number 2, oral skills. Oral skills are very important. Now, oral simply means how you communicate verbally to your audience. For example, if you're at an interview and you're asked the very common question, tell us about yourself. Now, you need to do that in about a minute and just lay out your key strong points, your areas of expertise, how this new position is relevant to you, and what you intend to do for the organization. And obviously, you need to sound enthusiastic, confident, and you need to be able to flow logically. That's part of oral skills. Number 3 is nonverbal communication, and this is broad. Nonverbal communication can be done as you use photographs, for example, or whether you use diagrams and charts, and you can use those in your communication on various platforms, on Facebook, on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube, on your own website. So nonverbal communications are very strong. In another video, we're going to talk about data journalism in detail, but non-verbal communication is an essential communication tool that you need to master and be able to utilize to make your communication effective. Number 4 is active listening. Active listening simply means that you are prepared to listen to your audience or whichever platform that you're in. Now, if you go to an interview, for example, you need to be able to listen carefully to the inquiry, to the question. If you're dealing with customers in a marketing setup, in a supermarket, in a business environment, you need to be able to listen carefully and to interpret what are they asking. What is the client asking? And thereby, you'll be able to package your response well so that you answer their question. You must also be able to interpret and understand what are they asking that they did not say, so that you can understand that as well, and you can be able to package that as well. That is a skill that people in the medical area or industry have also mastered. When they ask a patient question, you might not tell them the full story because you might feel embarrassed, but they will be able to interpret. The doctor or nurse or service provider will be able to interpret and find out what exactly you did not say, and they will be able to respond accordingly. Last but not least is contextual communication. This is a very important skill to learn and acquire and master, especially in this day and age, because you will find that you will need to speak to people in various contexts. For example, you might be speaking to children. How do you address them? You might be in an informal settlement or in a rural setting. How do you speak to semi-illiterate people? How do you speak to one gender, for example, women only, or young teens? All these, how do you speak to the older generation? So in all these contextual situations, you need to be able to communicate, package your wording well, and be able to be effective and not to leave any ambiguity. The most important aspects of communication is to have your message and to know your target audience or your demographic and to know exactly what they need to hear, and so that you package it well and you channel it through the appropriate platform so that it can reach your audiences effectively and so that you can get proper feedback. Whether you're selling a service or a product, it will be able to go through. Now, remember, this platform is here for you, and we offer one-on-one consultancy. Based on your inquiries, you can email us. We have a WhatsApp number. We encourage your feedback and your questions, and we appreciate those of you who have subscribed and shared. And we encourage you to keep it here for more content of this nature. See you in the next one.